Before we start this video, do like and subscribe to our channel and not miss on any updates.
Right. So, good evening, everyone. A warm welcome. I know it's a festival. Days are there. Sankranti, Bogi, Sankranti, and days are there in the next 3 days. So, let us get on with what we have as the agenda for webinar today. So, today's session is on how you can actually chart your a successful career with CFA and how CFA will have help you achieve certain amount of both academic qualification, very rigorous and well regarded academic qualification, and at the same time equip you with skills, and of course move you on the fast path for career progression. So let us actually have a look at what we have in this particular session today. We're going to talk about 5 things. What is CFA? Very brief. I'll not go too deep into it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll answer with respect to this particular slide as and when we come there. And what is the scope? What is the roadmap? What are the career opportunities, scholarship, and Q&A? Right. So we'll keep it very crisp and we'll ensure that we don't waste too much time. But of course, I'm always available for any questions that you have. More than happy to answer all the questions. Right. So please feel free to type away as I start with the session. Right. So first, CFA. Most of you may be aware. Some of you may not be aware. It's a professional qualification, just like what we have with CPA or CMA or CA or any of those. It's a professional qualification. It's given by an independent body that is no way associated with any government organization. There are 3 levels in it, and it is basically for people who are looking to make a career in investment management industry. What I mean investment management is financial markets, where you try and invest money, where you get returns, portfolio management, wealth management, banking, a bunch of areas like that. That is what is basically what CFA prepares you for. They're close to 2 lakh people across the world, across about 160 plus global markets. Right. Now, how do you earn the charter? So CFA degree, it's not called as a degree, it's called as a charter. Right. How do you earn the charter? First, you pass 3 levels of exams. Then you also so when you pass 3 levels of exam, you're called as a level 3 pass candidate. And then you achieved some work experience of about 4 years, 4,000 hours of about 36 months, which is 3 years, 4,000 hours in 3 years. Now, this experience can be after passing level 3, or it can be along with CFA or even before CFA. Basically, they want to ensure that people who are taking up CFA have work experience of roughly about 3 odd years in the relevant area and sector. Right. Then you submit some reference letters, basically from other CFAs recommending you, and then you get the CFA charter. Now, is there any difference between someone who's just passed the exams and someone who has a charter? No, it's actually not. So if you think of someone who finished CA and has not taken membership, is there any difference? No, there's no difference. I mean, you require membership and certificate of practice if you want to be a auditor. Otherwise, same thing with CPA. You have to do certain things. Just passing the CPA exam will give you the certificate that you have passed the exams. Then you have to do certain more things for you to eligible to become practice as a CPA, right? So same way, even in case of CFA, there is absolutely no difference whether you're a charter holder or not a charter holder, as long as you pass the 3 exams. Of course, you always have to pay the membership fee. That's an independent aspect. But then, there's no primary difference between a CFA charter holder and a level 3 pass candidate. Now, why do people take up CFA? Largely because of the global recognition and the knowledge and skills. A lot of people, in fact, I myself am a chartered accountant, completed my CA, also an ISB Hyderabad graduate, and also a CFA US. And I believe that the knowledge that I have actually gained in the CFA program, very specific to the finance domain, is extraordinary. I mean, it helps you understand concepts extremely deeply at a very minute theoretical level, as well as absolute practical application oriented, how it works in the real world, right? And largely it covers the global markets. I mean, you won't see stuff which is very specific to India, but then India is anyway fairly integrated with the global markets to a certain extent. So a lot of the content that you will learn, a lot of the new financial structures, a lot of the financial products, all of that you learn will be applicable even in Indian context to a large extent. I won't say everything, but to a large extent, right? So skills and knowledge are very important. Why people choose this to undertake the CFA program. And of course, the most important thing, which in my opinion is 100% right, which is higher compensation level. So you get into jobs in MNCs, iBanking, Big Four, PE, and all of that. So there, this qualification actually helps you to place helps to place you on a much better level than a lot of other people who do not have this qualification, right? And of course, you get access to a variety of career paths in investment, asset management, investment banking, equity research, so on and so forth. So it is a very strong ROI. I will tell you what the ROI is also. Now, there is a new thing that has come up with the CFA Institute in last year. This is for college students. Now, students who are pursuing, let's say, BCom or a BBA or even engineering degree, in the last 2 years of their undergraduation, they can actually complete level 1 as well as level 2. And by the time they're out of their college, immediately within 3 to 6 months, you can write level 3 and you can be a fresh graduate with a CFA degree in parallel, right? I mean, after 3-4 months after you finish your BCom or BBA or engineering exams, you can write the level 3, provided you have cleared level 2 earlier. And then you can become a CFA level 3 pass person at the age of 21, 20 or so on and so forth, right? So this was introduced by the CFA Institute because they wanted to get candidates early, and it actually helps the candidates. Because if you are a BCom student, or let's say you're pursuing another professional qualification like CA or CMA or anything like that, or you're an engineering graduate, you will have something that is very, very different and unique compared to your friends, peers, colleagues, whoever. And it helps your application stand out in a crowded placement environment. I don't know how many of you have been through a placement environment earlier, whether it is B schools, whether it is campus placements in case of colleges, engineering colleges or degree colleges, or even CA campus placement. Things are fairly competitive. So this kind of a qualification adds a lot of weight to your profile. And of course, what happens is a lot of people who are in pursuing this are still in the student phase, who have not yet started working, don't realize this, but you guys actually have a lot more time on your hand. You may think that you don't have time, but once you join a job, you realize that the time actually is hardly in your control. When you're a student, you have more time to study. Right. So you can actually complete both the levels of CFA along with your undergraduation, and you can do it peacefully. It may appear as if you're studying a lot, but believe me, you'll realize the value of that effort that you put in. Right. So this is how it is actually beneficial for college students. Feel free to ping questions, relevant questions. I will take up as and when a relevant slide comes. So feel free to ping questions in the chat and be more than happy to answer. Right. Now, in India, a lot of CFA, a lot of organizations recruit CFAs. There is no campus placement per se, but the India CFA body does conduct placement drives and all of that. They have a job portal where they put up stuff, where they actually send out openings. I am part of a lot of WhatsApp groups of CFA charter holders in India, where a lot of stuff about jobs comes out. So there are quite a few. Everybody in the financial service industry, specifically if you're looking at jobs where they're located, largely first is Mumbai, followed by Bangalore, Delhi, Pune, Chennai to a certain extent, right? These are the 5 places where you will actually get jobs. I mean, there may be jobs in Hyderabad, there may be jobs in Calcutta and all, but 95% of the people will fit in the top 5 cities, what I mentioned. And what is the salary of a person who has just a CFA, level 1 or level 2 and a BCom or a BBA or an engineering degree? The expected salary, including level 2, okay, just level 1 I'm not saying, including level 2 is, that is if you pass level 2 as well as have a degree, is anywhere between 10 to 13 lakhs on a broad range, right? And if you are level 3 pass candidates, they are between 10 to 17 lakhs. Now, why this broad range? Because it depends on the city first and depends on the company. That is why it's a broad range. And now these exams, all 3 exams are conducted at 23 locations in India. 23 locations in India, where all these locations are computer-based exams. All the exams are computer-based, right? And MCQs largely. I will come to the exam structure, but these are conducted in India, 23 locations, including Coimbatore, Nagpur, Noida, Raipur, Ranchi, Surat, Vizag, Indore, all the metro cities anywhere there. Right. So the exams are conducted here. Somebody asked the question whether your CA articleship is considered for the purpose of this work experience. If you have worked in M&A team, or if you have worked in valuations, then that kind of experience is valid. If you have worked in a normal statutory audit or a tax audit or anything that is not relevant or that is not pertinent to the financial services, or let us say investments or financial markets, if it is pure accounting or taxation, no, that experience is not considered as valid for you to get a charter. All right. So this is the question asked by somebody. I responded to that. Now let us move forward. What are the enrollment requirements? Yeah, what are the enrollment requirements? So either you have to be pursuing your bachelor's degree or you have to have completed it. So you cannot say that I'm just a 12th pass and I will take up. There is a way, even if you're just a 12th pass or something like that, even if you don't have a bachelor's degree, there is a way. That is, you work for continuous 3 years for 4,000 hours and you don't have a degree, then you can do it. But then that is a very, it's a very convoluted or confusing way, or rather a very complicated way, because the institute is very clear that, you can't put up dummy letters and dummy stuff saying that, I worked in my father's shop or I worked in my father's business and then claim. You should have genuinely worked. So, I ignore this third part, which is this professional work experience. I'll ignore that. And I would rather concentrate on the first two. This one, bachelor's degree or an undergraduate student. Either you should have an undergraduate degree or you should be pursuing it. First year, second year, third year, doesn't matter. You'll be able to write the exam of level 1 only in the second year or in the third year, not in the first year. Right. So this is the basic requirements. Then moving forward, what is the cost? A lot of students ask us what is the cost. Now, on the face of it, right, the cost appears slightly expensive. Everybody knows this, right? So for all 3 levels, if you get a scholarship, it will work out to about 1.65 lakhs. If you don't get a scholarship, it will work out to 4.7 lakhs. Okay, this is including your GST on whatever fees you pay, because CFA fees are to be paid outside India. They are to be paid to US. Right. So that is one. Second, coaching. So I have put here coaching fee is what we charge. So including the coaching. So everything put together, the cost comes to anywhere between 1.5 lakh to 4.75 lakhs. And the reason is, if 1.5 lakh is provided, you get some scholarship. If you get a scholarship, obviously, there's a good amount of, reduction in the fee. If you don't get the scholarship, this is what it will cost. I'll come to the scholarship aspect as well. But please note, there are 2 things that you have to note. Somebody is asking, being a qualified company secretary, I have 10 years of experience in public sector banking. Will this be counted? This will be counted in secretarial department. I don't think that will be counted for charter, but then that is irrelevant to you. A charter, whether you're a level 3 pass, this is a question by Raghuram Mallela. Your charter is an independent requirement that after you pass the CFA exam, all 3 levels, you don't require a charter. I mean, charter is required only if you want to say that, you're a CFA charter holder. You can always say you're a CFA level 3 pass and you'll be given equal respect, compensation, salary, everything. So the charter, don't make it a big thing, right? Because it is actually not. But your 10 years of work experience in secretarial, no, that will not be counted for the purpose of charter. Okay, so this is a response what I have to Mr. Raghuram Mallela, who asked about his experience and whether that will be counted. Just coming back, so CFA exam fees, right, is about $1,290 and $1,290 to $1,600. Again, here also there is a range. What is this whole range business? See, what happens is CFA exams are conducted, level 1 exams are conducted 4 times a year. And you can register for the exam only before, within 6 months to 3 months before the exam. So you can register 6 months before the exam, you're charged a lesser fee. You register 3 months before the exam, you charged a higher fee. You cannot register between 3 months to 0 months. So if, let's say, exams are in February, the early standard registration, which is the normal registration before 3 months, closes in November or October, November. And the early registration closes in July, August. Right. So you can't register before July for next year February exams. You can't register after November for next year February exams. Right. So scholarship criteria, I'm coming there, Yash Agarwal. Just a couple of more slides and you'll get there. That is first aspect. So there are 2 things: standard registration window and early registration. Early registration is 6 months before exam. Standard is 3 months before exams. So the fee, $940 to $1,250 for level 2 is that. Basically, standard versus early. So early is $1,290, standard is $1,600. Early is $940, standard is $1,250, like that. And there are 2 kinds of fees. The fees are, one is first time when you pay, right? When you pay this $1,290, that includes roughly about $300, which pertains to your application fee or the CFA enrollment fee. So that is one fee. And then you have, that is $350, I'm sorry. And then you have another $900, which is with respect to your examination. And please note, every time you fail the exam or anyone doesn't clear the exam, you have to pay the examination fee again. So examination fee is $900. So that is the expensive part. $900 into 83 rupees per dollar broadly is about 75,000. So it'll be very, very clear, because it is a commitment of both resources, monetary resources, as well as effort that you put in for clearing the exam. Now, a couple of more questions have come in. Let me take those questions. Somebody's asked, is there any exemptions? Zero exemptions. From the time the institute started in 1960s, 70s, there is zero exemptions. Okay, so nobody gets any exemption, everybody has to go through. Next, to get a certificate degree of CFA Charter, is work experience compulsory of 1.5 to 2 years? It is not 2 years, it is 3 years. 4,000 hours over 36 months. Okay, that charter holder degree is essential. For getting that degree, you need this 3 years work experience. That can be either before or after or simultaneous and all of that. But I'm telling you, the degree, please don't make a big deal out of it, because the degree is irrelevant when you're getting your job. It is relevant only after you move in your job after 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. For you to get a job or for you to be treated as a CFA a person who's cleared CFA, 3 levels of exam are more than sufficient. Once you clear that, you will be treated on par with any charter holder. Okay, so now just coming back to other aspects. So if you want to clear level 1 and level 2 during your undergrad, right, you will get it will cost you between 1 to 3 lakhs broadly. Okay, again, exchange rates, all of these are dependent issues, but this is broadly the cost. Now, just the exam date, right? So May 24 exams are held from 15th to 21st of May. And the early registration window, which is 6 months before, is already closed, because we are in November. We are in Jan, and this window closed in November. And the standard registration, which is 3 months before, closes on February 6th. Same way for August exam, early registration window will close on Jan 23rd. Please note, it will close on Jan 23rd. And standard registration window will close on May 14th. Same way for November, so on and so forth. Now, this is broadly, and I'm giving you level 1 stuff, because I assume a lot of students are level 1 students, right? A lot of you will be eligible for level 1 only. Now, moving forward, this is the key thing a lot of people have been asking. What is the scholarship window? How does it work and all that? So you have 4 kinds of scholarships. Now, what are these scholarships? First one is access scholarship. So in this, the program fee, which is the enrollment fee, which is of $350, what I told, that is fully waived off. And exam fee, which is $940, is reduced to $300. So basically, what will happen is you will have to pay only $300. So if you come back to the previous slides, here I mentioned 990. How did I get 990? 1290 minus 990 is a scholarship. So you'll have to pay 300. So what is the 300? Your access scholarship. If you get access scholarship, your exam fee is reduced to $300. So access scholarship is for anyone who's joining the CFA program. It is primarily for people who come from, countries like India, where the per capita income is low, where they have financial issues, where the fee is very expensive. The CFA Institute themselves know it. And what is the other thing that has happened is, I know the CFA Institute India office people, and they have said that they're actually increasing the scholarships for students in India. So typically the scholarship ratio is 30% or so. I expect the scholarship ratio for Indian students to be 50%. Right. So this is access scholarship. I will, again, there is next slide. We'll come to that. Just hold on. Let me explain other scholarships as well. There's something called as women's scholarship, which is only for women can apply, and your fee is reduced to $400. That is, exam fee is reduced to $400. Your enrollment fee is fully waived off. Can women apply for both access and women's scholarship? Yes, you can apply for both of them simultaneously. This is for only women. You can apply for both access scholarship as well as women's scholarship. Now, then there is something called as student scholarship. What is a student scholarship? This is for students who study in colleges like IIMs, IMA, B, C, L, then some of the Delhi University, then I think SP Jain, Jamnalal Bajaj. There are a bunch of colleges which have got affiliated with the CFA Institute. And for those students who are studying, BCom or BBA or MBA, any degree there, the exam fee is reduced to $400. They also will not be charged any enrollment fee of $350. Then you have other scholarship. This is for professors and regulators. So any of your professors want to take it up, CFA, or somebody working in RBI wants to take up, somebody working in, SEBI wants to take up, they can avail of this scholarship. This is not available for people who work in normal banks. This is only applicable for people who are classified as regulators in the country. RBI is a regulator, SEBI is a regulator, Competition Commission is a regulator, Pension Fund Authority is a regulator, TRAI is a regulator. So like that, you have IRDA is a regulator. So anyone who's working in regulatory authorities, only they can apply. Right. And of course, a lot of corporates, if you look at it, they also provide financial assistance. So when I was working in PNP, I was given CFA exam fee was actually paid by my organization. So if you're already working in any of the large organizations, you may get it. Please do check also with your existing organization if you get any scholarship for writing the exams. Right. Now moving forward, what is this whole scholarship and essays required? So the scholarship window, right, is between 24th of Jan. Please note the dates, sir. 24th of Jan to 21st of February. You are required to write essays. When I say essay, personal statements, they call them as personal statements. So last time they asked 2 personal statements. Before last time they asked only 1 personal statement. So it is entirely upon them. You have to write in 250 words what prompted you to apply for the scholarship and how will receiving the scholarship make a difference in pursuit of CFA designation. So you actually have to write these essays. And for God's sake, please don't use ChatGPT to generate these essays, because everybody has done that and they are fully aware of how ChatGPT functionality works. Okay, so don't do things like using ChatGPT, copy, cut, copy, paste. Don't do that, please. You may use that for getting inspiration, but don't use direct cut, copy, paste. Okay, because everybody knows ChatGPT produces some kind of output which is very consistent and which looks very, very clearly identifiable. So please don't do that. You have to write this with genuine passion, with genuine interest, genuine intent, and then they will consider. So in fact, anyone who enrolls with us for CFA program, we verify, or rather we actually go through their scholarship application. We go through the essay. I myself actually give feedback on the essay. We make corrections. We go through 1 or 2 rounds of essay corrections, and then we ensure that we ask the student to submit the scholarship for the scholarship. Right. I'll give you a sample essay also. One of our students, I won't take his name, he actually wrote this essay. We edited it, I think, for 2-3 times over a period of 3-4 weeks. And, we basically, and I've given this out in a post also. Okay, on my LinkedIn, you guys can check it up. This, don't need to worry that, where will I get an essay like this? It is available on my LinkedIn post, one of the places I posted it. So this guy actually explained why he wants the scholarship and all that. At that particular point in time, there was only 1 essay to be required, whereas now there are 2 essays required. What prompted you to apply for the scholarship and how will receiving the scholarship make a difference? So now the other thing that I want to highlight is, this is subject to change. They can ask any question. You will get to know the questions on Jan 24th. Now, another thing what I want to highlight to you is, do not make payment of even a single rupee before you apply for scholarship. Okay, don't make any payment. Just go register on the website, have a passport. So if you don't have a passport, you cannot apply for CFA program. That is the first thing. Without passport, absolutely no way you can apply for scholarship for CFA program. Okay, go to the cfainstitute.org website, create your ID, apply for scholarship, and then only after you apply for scholarship, depending on whether you get the scholarship or not, you can make a payment. If you already make a payment, you will not get any refund. Okay, so don't do any of those weird stuff. And scholarship can be applied across level 1, 2, and 3. Largely, they give scholarships for level 1 and level 2 students. They usually don't give for level 3, but it's your choice. You can always apply. One more point I wish to highlight with respect to scholarships is, you have 2 scholarship windows. One is in September, October. Other one is in Jan, Feb. When you write your scholarship when you apply for scholarship in Jan and Feb, the results will come out by 31st March. When results come out by 31st March, obviously the Feb exam is already over, because exams are held 4 times a year for level 1: Feb, May, August, and November. Feb exam is already over. You may write May, but then May window is also closed, so you cannot write May. You will be eligible to write only August. But you see, I'll just go back a few slides and I'll show you something. August window closes on Jan 23rd, but your scholarship window opens on Jan 24th. So how can you actually get a scholarship for August exam? Yes, you can get, provided you have applied for scholarship on Jan 24th in the early registration, and you very specifically are applying for a scholarship on Jan 24th. You submit the scholarship, and in case your scholarship is approved, you anyway can write exam in August or November or again Feb, May, or August. So if you apply on Jan 24th, So you can write exam in August or November 24, or you can write in February or May or August 25. So they have been giving scholarship for next 5 attempts after the immediately succeeding attempt. Why am I saying that? You apply for scholarship on Jan 24. You get the result on March 31st or anywhere thereabouts of 2024. May exams you cannot write, so you ignore May. Then you can write exams in coming August or November or next 3 attempts. And in case you don't get the scholarship, let's say you apply for scholarship, you don't get the scholarship, but early registration window for August is already closed. They will open specially the early registration window only. Please, I'm repeating this again. Please note this carefully. You applied for scholarship. You wanted to write August 24. You applied on Jan 24th because that is a scholarship window date. You did not get the scholarship, but early registration window for August is already closed. Then you cannot. Then you may think that you will not get the scholarship. You have lost the early registration window. No. Specifically for you, they will open the early registration window because you're a scholarship applicant. All right. So this is one point I want to highlight very, very clearly. Okay. So this is one aspect. Now moving forward, this is the essay. This is there also in my LinkedIn post. You can go and check it out. Now, what is the criteria that they use for this scholarship? And I'm referring broadly to Access Scholarship. They'll say, what is your financial need? I mean, are you, why is it that you require college scholarship? What is the need per se? How is it that the scholarship will help? Are you a good student academically? What are the obstacles? What are the contributions to local community? Why do you want to do CFA? Any other personal characteristics, financial position, family condition, what do you want to do? All of these you have to summarize and only in 250 words. So that is the challenge. The challenge is trying to fit a lot of stuff in a very, very elegant manner in a 250 word essay. So that is the challenge, right? So now this is one part. Now, after this, there's one point I want to highlight. We at Indigo Learn are offering our courses, CFA courses, with a 10% discount as well. So you can use the code called CFA10 and avail that particular 10% discount. Now, what is the course cost? Coming up next. Right. So just before we move to the course cost, I want to highlight what the CFA exams are and how they are. So level 1 is independent MCQs. You have 180 MCQs, 90 in 2 parts. Morning session 90, evening session, afternoon session 90. Exam results come out within 5 to 7 weeks. Pass percentage is roughly 40%. Last time, I think it was about 37, 38%. So the 10-year average is about 41%. And exams are held, as I said, 4 times in a year. Then level 2, you have vignettes. Vignettes means basically case study based MCQs. You have 88 MCQs, 44 MCQs in each session. So these are fairly intense MCQs. And again, the exam time is 2 hours, 12 minutes or so. And pass percentage is 45%. Exam is held only 3 times a year, May, August, and November. Level 3, you are asked 44 MCQs, and there are also essay type questions as well. Right, 11 essay sets and 11 item sets. So basically 11 essay answers and 11 MCQs you have to answer. The pass percentage is about 52%. Exams are held 2 times a year, February and August. Now, what are the topics that are covered in CFA? There are 10 topics which are covered in CFA, and these 10 topics are common across level 1 and level 2. In level 3, 3 topics are not there. These topics are ethics, quant, economics, financial statement analysis, corporate issuers, equity investment, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investment, and portfolio management. Now in level 3, you also have this thing of specialization, and you also have in level 1 and level 2 these self-paced modules, which are for Python, financial modeling, equity research, a bunch of these things. They're also there. Very, very interesting topics, very, very well-made stuff. So I would strongly suggest that, people who are in the new syllabus, you are actually getting a very, very good product from the CFA Institute because they are very, very much up to the mark in terms of market requirements. So they're teaching you financial modeling, Python, they're teaching you equity research, a bunch of this stuff. So all this is to make you job ready, right? So these are the broad topics. Now, coming to why Indigo Learn. So we at Indigo Learn, we have tied up with Kaplan Schweser. Kaplan Schweser is a world leader in CFA prep. They have been doing this for 30 odd years. They have helped tens of thousands of people who have cleared through them. Even I took my coaching from Kaplan Schweser long ago, about 16 years ago. Right. What do we offer? We offer online lectures by our faculty. So I am one of the faculties. I'm the lead faculty actually. So I teach one subject, and in addition to that, I have 6 or 7 more of my batchmates, friends, people who work in places like HSBC, DE Shaw, Barclays, Deloitte. A bunch of these guys actually come and teach you respective topics. So the people who teach you are all CFA charter holders or FRM charter holders, and they have experience in the area in which they are teaching you. Right. So that we get all those people. We take recorded classes and live revision. Plus, you get access to Kaplan original printed books we courier to you. And on top of that, we also give you access to Kaplan website where you get more than 3,000 MCQs for practice. How much is the MCQs that are asked in exam? 180. But we give you 3,000 MCQs. You get access to it. Everything at a price of what? Just about 22,000 rupees. All of this is just 22,000 rupees for level 1. For level 2, it is 25,000 rupees, but including GST. Again, there is no terms and conditions. This 22,000. On this, you're getting 10% off. That CFA 10 code is 10% off on this 22,000. Right. Now, this is what we offer. And we offer our classes are comprehensive, roughly about 120, 130 hours of classes. Plus live revision. Also, there's a separate module for that. And you also have a free trial. So you guys can try it out free, both our lectures, what we teach, as well as even Kaplan website also. So you can go to our website, indigolearn.com, and go to CFA, buy CFA page, or just sign up on our website. When you sign up on our website, you go to something called as free courses. There you go to CFA free courses, and you can check out the process for taking the free trial of Kaplan website, as well as free videos of what we particularly offer. Right. So free trial is 100% available. You guys can explore that. Then what do we teach? So we teach 120 plus hours plus live revisions plus Schweser Notes plus we give you formula sheets. Then 4 full-length mocks are there in Kaplan. Then online doubt resolution. We and other faculty resolve doubts. Right. This is what we offer. Now, a couple of questions that students have asked in between. Let me just go there. Thanks for this webinar regarding CFA. Thanks, Tarun. Appreciate it. Then there's a question by Shweta. Is CFA Institute teaching us Python and financial modeling after registration? What is the prerequisite for CFA? Yes, they will teach you Python and financial modeling in level 1. After you pay the money and after you're preparing for exams, at that particular point of time, they will give you those videos. In fact, I myself also teach financial modeling. That videos I give all CFA level 1, level 2, level 3 students. So financial modeling is anyway given, and it is not a big rocket science. Okay. And they're not going to test you for marks. It is a self-paced module. So you can attempt the modules on Python and the financial modeling from your home. There is no test. There may be a test, but there are no marks. Even if you don't clear, you can write again a bunch of things like that. So you guys can go through that. So don't worry about it. It is not something very, very difficult. It's very simple, very interesting. They give the videos. They will teach you how things have to happen. Then what are the prerequisites in CFA? We explained earlier that either you have to be a BCom student or BCom means undergrad student or completed undergrad, or you need to have, if you don't have any degree, you need to have 3 continuous years of work experience of 4,000 hours. These are the 3 primary requirements, and you need to have your passport. Without a passport, nothing works in CFA Institute. And I say international passport issued by the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Without that, nothing can happen. Right. So these are the things that I have. When can we write CFA level 1? I explained to you just now, a few minutes ago. Yeah, I'll clear up this thing. So if you are currently, today we are in January, you apply for the, you can apply for the August 24 exam, either with scholarship or without scholarship. Either way, if you're saying that, you don't want a scholarship, apply before 23rd of Jan, and you can write the exams in August. If you want to write in May, you have to register before February 6th. Okay, this is called as the standard registration window, February 6th. Early registration window is already closed for May. For August, early registration window is still existing. Early registration window means $990. Standard registration window means $1,290. And if you apply for scholarship and you don't get the scholarship, still you'll be eligible for early registration window for August 24 if you applied for scholarship. So you can write level 1. If you have money, if money is not a constraint, you can write level 1 in May 24. If money is a constraint, write level 1 in August 24. Right. So this is one thing. And CFA Institute themselves say that the overall preparation for CFA exams for each level is only about 300 hours. So you spend about 5 to 7 months preparing. 300 hours of preparation, where we ourselves will teach you 130, 140 hours. Balance 130, 140 you have to do on your own. If you do this, 300, maximum 350, you will, according to them, that is more than sufficient for somebody to clear the CFA exams across levels. Level 1 also 300, 350, level 2 also 300, 350, level 3 also 300, 350. Charu Rakshana, you're asking first year or second year, when can we write CFA level 1? You can write CFA level 1 only in second year of your undergraduation if it is a 3-year undergrad. If it is a 4-year undergrad, that is you're an engineer pursuing engineering, then you can write CFA level 1 only in year 3. Because the requirement is you should be 23 months away from your graduation by the time you write CFA level 1. And you should be 11 months away from graduation by the time you write level 2. Right. So Raghuram Malela, please mail this presentation. So what we'll be doing, Raghuram, is that this entire video, we will actually be sending out, we'll be uploading on YouTube, and we'll be sending out an email to everyone who registered for this particular event. We'll be sending out the link to this particular video. Right. You can actually watch that particular thing. I hope that will suffice your requirements. Right. Now, moving forward, guys, I think we've covered all of this. Let me come back to the part where you actually have more questions. So feel free to ask your questions. I'm here. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to respond to all the queries that you have. You can actually visit our website, 1fin.in/CFA, or call my team, or WhatsApp my team, or chat with my team at this number that is given below. And of course, I also told you about this code, what we have, CFA10, which will give you 10% off. Right. Now, please fire away any more questions that you have, anything that you want to know, what are all the other things that you want. I'm here to answer all your queries. Guys, feel free. I'm available at your disposal for all questions. Please extend it free AFM classes 1 more week. No, man. Jan 15th is the date. It is the date. We've already announced it on December 26th. So it is what it is. Charu Rakshana, how tough are actual papers? See, actual papers are not really tough. Okay. So the Kaplan mocks are 90% of toughness of what the actual papers are. Right. And the CFA Institute also gives you free couple of mocks on their website. So if you attempt Kaplan mocks, 4 mocks, and you also attempt CFA Institute website free mocks, you're more than prepared. Okay. So are they tough? Level 1 is not extraordinarily tough. It is, you don't get twisted questions. Level 2, you get a lot of twisted questions. And when I say twisted, right, there are 2 levels. So normal, what we see in our BCom exams or CA exams are actually very straightforward questions. CFA questions are by design twisted. So level 1, slight twist. Level 2, very good twist. Level 3, super twist. So you can think of it that way. But level 3, is far more essay oriented, and you have essay type questions as well. So they will not get really crazy with respect to bowling googlies. Whatever happens, googlies happens in level 2. But level 1, slight twist, not too much. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions, please? Work experience in US taxation is considered for work experience to get CFA. Plateau, are you already a bachelor's? Do you have bachelor's degree, or you don't have a bachelor's degree? What is your position? Any bachelor's degree, doesn't matter. BCom, BBA, BSc, open university, non-open university, anything. Undergrad student. So please, why are you bothered about your US taxation work experience? That work experience anyway is not required, that is from moving from level 3 pass to charter holder. So you still have 3 levels to cross, which are the tougher part. Please concentrate on those 3 levels of exams, because a level 3 pass is as good as a charter holder. Everybody, I don't know why, is focused on the charter, because charter is just a certificate. It has got nothing else. If you pass 3 levels of CFA, you are treated on par with the charter holder. So, but this US taxation experience is not considered as experience for moving from CFA level 3 pass to a charter holder, because the experience has to be in financial investment management or banks or treasury or things like that. All right. Do we get CFA material? Raghuram Malala has asked, do we get CFA material? CFA Institute provides you ebooks. If you want printed books, you have to pay them extra. Right. So they provide you ebooks. If you want printed books, you have to pay extra. We at Indigo Learn, we provide you printed books of Kaplan. Almost everybody in the world studies from Kaplan books only. 90% of the people actually study from Kaplan Schweser material. That is more than sufficient. But you can, of course, always have ebooks of CFA Institute. For a CA, what kind of work experience is relevant for CFA Charter? Again, Amok Joshi is asked what kind of experience, M&A, valuations, IPO related stuff, mutual funds, things like that. That is what, if you worked on mutual funds continuously and all that. Then next question, Hari Krishna Grandi, is there any scholarship for differently able students? That is what you can use for in Access Scholarship. In Access Scholarship, you can actually highlight your differently able, whatever that concern that you have or whatever is something that you faced, you can highlight it in Access Scholarship. There's no different scholarship for that, but that is part of Access Scholarship, where they're actually trying to provide access to people who are disadvantaged by whatever reason, financial or disability or anything like that. So you can apply for under Access Scholarship. Okay, so you guys can ping me more questions at this website 1fin.in/CFA. You reach there. There is something called as forums. You have these phone numbers. Anywhere here, you can actually reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to respond to any question that you have. And of course, please do visit our website. Please share this with your friends. We will be sharing this webinar with you by email. You guys can go through the email. Go through whatever doubts you have. Ask any further doubts. Okay, so thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate your time on a Saturday evening just before a festival day. All the very best. Happy Makar Sankranti, happy Pongal, happy Uttarayan, whatever you celebrate, whichever way you call it. Best wishes for the festival season, and stay safe. So that's the update from my side. All the very best. Thanks a lot and good night.